Hey guys, AC here. Second review of the evening. I don't do this all the time, but I've got so much to do, so many fragrances to review. And it's been sitting there for a while. This one was a request from one of my subscribers, Amandeep Singh. So Mr. Singh, if you're watching this, hello to you and hope you like this. By the way, he's the same gentleman who requested Just For You by Armaf, called Futura Lhomme, and it's an EDP concentration. Guys, before I go into this review, there was a beautiful review done by Pep. His channel is called The Sentinel, and he did a collaboration video of discoveries, and I also participated in that. I'll put a link in my description. Do check it out. It's a beautiful video about at least 15-20 reviewers and their discoveries of 2017. Very interesting, very educational as well. Do check it out. So let's get to this review, guys. There are three of these. There's an intense version, which I believe, is actually a clone of Montblanc Emblem. This one, and there's one for the ladies as well. So, Futura Lhomme. How does it start off? Before we even get into the fragrance, let me just spray it, and let me tell you that this is basically a fragrance which is very close to Valentino Uomo Intense. It actually sits somewhere between the Rhomme Intense and Valentino Uomo Intense. Now, the first thing you'll notice about this fragrance is how stylish and how festive this thing smells. It's got a very festive vibe about it. That's why excellent for this time of the year. Especially India, you know, if the festivities start in October and go until March, I believe. So, great option. It starts off smelling of coffee, number one, and certain degree of powderiness and leatheriness at the same time. So what it's got at the top, it's got a nice lavender note, which is not very apparent. Yeah? It's got this lipsticky vibe, which is coming from the iris, which is in the middle of the fragrance. So, lavender, along with some bergamot and some thyme. That's the top. I don't get the bergamot. It's maybe hidden because the other notes are so powerful. And thyme. I don't get any thyme. There's a slight degree of slight undertone of spiciness. But this spiciness is more apparent if you wear this in warm weather. We'll come to weather a little later. So here is a dry down, about 2 hours. So here the vetiver comes through. The base has got vetiver, cedar, and leather. The leathery accords are very apparent the moment you spray it. The middle of the fragrance has amber, coffee, and iris. You smell all of that here. And it's very, very stylish. Really is. It can be an excellent date scent. It can be an excellent work scent because it doesn't overpower anybody. It's very pleasant. It creates a nice little bubble, very attractive bubble around you. So that's the nature of the scent. It starts off smelling of beautiful, leathery, powdery coffee. Yeah, the coffee departs after about half an hour, but the leathery vetiver with iris, lipsticky vibe iris, and beautiful haziness of amber is there throughout the journey of the fragrance. So that's the fragrance. It's very, very stylish, and as I said, about 3/4 of the way closer to Valentino Uomo Intense. You know, the dry down is perfect. So, pros and cons. Number one pro, extremely stylish, contemporary, modern scent. Number two, great for date scents. Perfect date scent, you know. Great as a people-pleasing, crowd-pleasing fragrance. Very festive. The smell is very festive. So, would be excellent for this festival time, you know. Oh, it's beautiful. Third pro would be its performance. So, this is a very odd one. If I keep it on an exposed part of my body, hands, neck, it seems to disappear on me, but people smell it. It disappears after about 4.5 hours. I mean, I've had this scent for about 2 years, guys. This was released, I think, in early 2012, 2013, I do not know. I bought it in 2015, see how little I've worn. But this is the sort of fragrance that needs to be hyped. Yeah? This has great performance in terms of longevity. I go 4 sprays under my shirt and 2 on my shirt. The sprays that I put under my shirt remain till my next shower. That's how beautiful the longevity and the performance is. It also creates a beautiful bubble around you. So those are the 3 pros. The downside of the fragrance would be that you stop smelling it if it's on the exposed part of your body after about 4 hours. Yeah, that's the only downside I can say. So positive, there's such a nice scent, it needs to be hyped, and hopefully it'll get hyped. This will be a very interesting addition to your collection if you're in the 20s and the 30s, if you're in the dating scene, if you want a work-safe fragrance which smells very stylish, perfect for those occasions. So after having covered occasions, performance, as I said, your longevity is pretty good, sillage is pretty strong, projection may or may not be, I can't smell it after 4 hours, but it does project a bit. I've smelled it on off my friends and they're standing good 2 feet away from me. So good projection, no doubts about that. So I think I've covered all aspects of the fragrance. Hope you liked the review and see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.